you about the power of service and sacrifice and how to continue to harness that power. What does it mean to be empowered? Who can empower? And how can one begin to empower a dream? Well, let's explore, interrogate, and penetrate what that means. Spiritual activist Nat Hun says, when we want to understand something, we cannot just stand outside of it and observe it. We have to enter deeply into it and be one with it in order to truly understand it. Empowerment is defined as the authority of power given to someone to do something. I'm a firm believer in the philosophy of the saying that the race is not given to the swift, but the one who endures. You know, my soul looks back and wonders. Sometimes I believe that we have a warped view of reception of the civil rights movement, almost like it's becoming a form of entertainment, and going to the museum is beginning to feel like taking a trip to Walt Disney World to see Mickey Mouse. I get to acting real funny sometimes. See, when I went back to Montgomery in April 2018 to visit the National Memorial for Peace and Justice, for some reason I can't explain, I got angry at the people taking photos of the statues of chained Africans. And particularly angry when people were posing with a statue of Lady giving birth while chained. I had to put down my own cell phone because I felt like I was exploiting their pain by recording for social media. The magnitude of the sacrifices that were made for me to be there on that day and be here today overwhelmed me. The monuments representing names which represented bodies hanging all around was almost too much. I found myself did not want to laugh in the museum. I didn't want to have fun. I didn't want to talk. I didn't even want to walk beside my mother who had came there with me. I took my own journey and I wept silently. But I wanted to yell and scream and fall to my knees and cry out how I got over, how I made it over. How and why do we do this to one another without blinking an eye? Why does this indifference and savagery reside here on this planet? I eventually recovered and later took out my cell phone to capture some of the plaques that stated some of the unjustified and ridiculous reasons why many of our men, women, and children were killed. And I did this to serve as a reminder of myself so that I could remember that this could happen to us any day. For any one of you who just said, that's a stretch of the imagination or you just doubt that, I just want you to research the American genocide, the Holocaust, research the killing fields of Cambodia, research the Rwandan genocide, research the Armenian genocide, and many more. It is not a stretch. I will never forget reading a graphic novel about the Holocaust titled Mouse, written by Art Spiegelman. In the book, the main character is talking to his father, who was a victim of the Holocaust, and his father's words still send chills up my spine. Friends, your friends. If you lock them together in a room with no food for a week, then you can see what it is, friends. And I, like Dr. King, also know that racism is still alive in American society, much more widespread than we realize, and that racism is evil because its ultimate logic is genocide. But I'm not here to talk to you about genocide or how a trip to the Memorial Museum would never be entertainment for me. I'm here today to talk to you about the power of service and sacrifice. Dr. King once said, let us develop a dangerous kind of unselfishness. The bus boycott involved 382 days of walking to work, carpooling, harassment, violence, and intimidation for Montgomery's African-American community. And later, when it was time to march, he would tell people, when we have our march, we need to be there. If it means leaving work, if it means leaving school, be there. Be concerned about your brother. You may not be on strike, but either we go up together or we go down together. See, We are here to celebrate a legacy of a man who knew all too well that he had to sacrifice, and many others throughout history had to do the same thing. And they had to pay the ultimate price, as I've talked about earlier today, just so we can experience our lives. I just don't think we really realize the magnitude of strength and the resolve it takes to actually be a part of social change. I can imagine that as a young pastor, Dr. Martin Luther King just dreamed of growing his congregation and visiting the sick and the shut in and coming home from church and just eating dinner with his beautiful wife and children. But because he was concerned with the nation's current state of injustices, he decided to take a stand. He sacrificed a more peaceful life and instead faced death threats, bombing, fear, loneliness, and sleepless nights. You know that my soul looks back and wonders. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. possessed compassion beyond understanding. That was his superpower. He was an amazing servant, and that is why he was so great. Martin Luther King Jr. tried to give his life for others. He was a drum major for peace. He was a drum major for righteousness. Oh, but he died at the hands of a white assassin at the ripe old age of 39 years old. He paid a price, you see. The thing that we have to realize is that opportunity exists everywhere, but it often exists across a chasm. I can't recall who, but I remember someone asking this question. What if the key is not starting something, but stopping something? And what is it that you can stop doing right now that supports injustice? Holocaust survivor and author Elie Wiesel exclaims, I swore never to be silent whenever and wherever human beings endure sufferings and humiliation. You see, he committed to stop being silent. What can you commit to stop doing today? Believe in yourself. And I want to say this right now to all of the Black folks in the building, and especially the Black youths. Dr. King had this to say to you. Believe in yourself and believe that you are somebody. Nobody else can do this for us. You are somebody, and don't you let anybody make you feel like that you are nobody. You are somebody. Yes, you have dignity, and you don't have to be ashamed of yourself, and you don't have to be ashamed of your heritage. You don't have to be ashamed of your color. You don't have to be ashamed of your hair. Your hair is as good as anybody else's in the world. You are Black and you are beautiful, and don't you be ashamed to say it. Black is as beautiful as any color. And repeat after me, I am Black and I am beautiful. And to all of the youths in the building, Dr. King had this to say to you. Don't you allow anybody to pull you so low to make you hate them. And don't you allow anybody to cause you to lose your self-respect to the point that you do not struggle for justice. And he told you this, however young you are, you have a responsibility to make your nation a better nation in which to live, and you have a responsibility to seek and make life better for everybody. And so you must be involved in the struggle for freedom and justice. Now repeat after me, I must be involved. I will not be silent. Dr. King told us that we needed to have a new definition of greatness. Using one of the stories of Jesus talking to James and John in the Bible about being first, he says in his own words what Jesus was saying. He says, I can't give you greatness. You must earn it. True greatness comes not by favoritism, but by fitness. And if you want to be important, wonderful. If you want to be recognized, wonderful. If you want to be great, wonderful. But recognize that he who is greatest among you shall be your servant. And that's a new definition of greatness. It means that everybody can be great. because everybody can serve, and you don't have to have a college degree to serve. Now, you don't have to make your subject and your verb agree to serve. All you need is a grace, a heart full of grace, and a soul generated by love, and you can be that servant. Thank you, Dr. King. Thank you for that. Now, if you believe the words that I just spoke, then that means everybody in this audience here today is empowered to be great. And we have a responsibility to serve others, and that's what Dr. Martin Luther King and so many other leaders knew. And the way has been paved, so we don't have any excuses. Martin Luther King knew that if we didn't stand for something, that we would fall for anything. And we are gathered here today to celebrate the legacy of a man who wrote these words. But are we ready to live it, to be it, to act on it, and to breathe it? Are we ready to leave the comfort of our homes and offices and face bias and alienation from friends and colleagues? Are we ready to look injustice in its face? Are you ready to stop being silent and stop being indifferent, which is being complicit? Are you willing to speak up and speak out? What are you willing to put on the line? We are responsible for everything that happens around us. We cannot leave the duty of social justice and racial justice to the government alone. Where the government at right now? It's shut down. You can't leave it to something that can shut down. How can we count on something that can shut down? We have to do it ourselves. Now that is the power of community. Community does not shut down. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. possessed compassion beyond understanding, and that is his superpower. The fight for racial equality, civil rights, social justice is always worth fighting for, because it will save the whole of mankind. And let's keep moving in the right directions. Dr. King would often recite a poem by Langston Hughes called Mother to Son. And he used to use it to end some of his speeches. And I will end today with this recitation and follow in his footsteps. Mother to son. Well, son, I'll tell you, life for me ain't been no crystal stair. It had tacks in it and splinters and boards torn up and places with no carpet on the floor bare. But all the time I've been climbing on and reaching landings and turning corners and sometimes going in the dark where there ain't been no light. So boy, don't you turn back. Don't you sit down on the steps because you finds it kind of hard. Don't you fall now. For I's going, honey. I still going. I still climbing. And life for me ain't been no crystal stair. You know, my soul looks back and wonders how I made it over. Thank you.
I was really ready to talk. I just still want to take it all in. Thank you for what you just did, Cliff. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Once again, I just want to say thank you for her words, for a message, because that's what that was. It was a message I'm so proud to have been here to listen. While we're moving, I would like to take this opportunity, as I do every year. I want to make sure that we turn up the lights a little bit. And we're going to ask again for our anyone who has served in our nation's military or in their own, who has served, been there as service to others, as well as our firefighters, our police officers, our Peace Corps and AmeriCorps volunteers. If you've ever been within the military, or if you're currently a member, or still, and again, firefighters, police officers, Peace Corps, AmeriCorps, we appreciate so much everything you do. We ask that you stand so that you can be recognized. Please stand. Thank you. Once again, thank you so much for your service to our community. Secondly, we'd also like to thank our incredible community leaders who are in attendance today. You will see a list of those in attendance there on the screen, and we're going to ask that they stand as well to be recognized. So for all of our community leaders who have come down, please stand and be recognized. Our council members, our state legislators, our city councils, please stand. And again, we thank you so much for all that you do and for our community on a daily basis. Thank you so much. And we ask to turn the light back down, please. So our desk group is a collaboration between Ashland High School's Black Student Union and Southern Oregon University's Black Student Union, led by Bathsheba Durnville, excuse me. She's going to bother me now. I'm sorry about that. From SOU. She's from SOU, one of our the new president of the Black Student Union there at SOU. Please give her a hand. Collectively, they will be reading Let America Be America Again, written by Langston Hughes. So BSU and BSU, thank you, and we look forward to hearing you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brianna, and I'm from the SOU Black Student Union.
Hi, my name is Passion, and I'm from the AHS Black Student Union.
Hi, my name is Demario, and I'm from the Ashland Black Student Union.
Hi, my name is Sienna Wand, and I am the co-president of the Ashland High School Black Student Union.
My name is Nico Wand, and I'm a member of the Ashland High School Black Student Union.
My name is King Savard Kaid Harvin, and I'm from the SOU BSU.
My name is Gisely Chow, and I'm the other co-president of the Ashland High School Black Student Union.
My name is Bathsheba Ebony Nefertari Duranville. I'm the president of SOU BSU.
Let America be great again. Let it be the dream it used to be. Let it be the pioneer on the plain. Singing a home where himself, Seeking a home where him himself is free. America never was America to me. Let America be the dream the dreamers dreamed. Let it be the great, strong land of love where never kings connive nor tyrants scheme. That any man can be crushed by one above, it was never America to me.
Oh, let my land be a land where liberty is crowned with no false patriotic wreath, but opportunity is real and life is free. Equality is in the air we breathe. There's never been equality for me, nor freedom in this homeland of the free. Say, who are you that mumbles in the dark, and who are you that draws your veil across the stars?
I'm the poor white, fooled and pushed apart. I'm the Negro bearing slavery scars. I'm the red man driven from the land. I'm the immigrant clutching the hope I seek and finding the same old stupid plan of dog eat dog, mighty crush the weak. I'm the young man full of strength and hope, tangled in the ancient endless chain of profit, power, gain, of grab the land, of grab the gold, of grab the ways of satisfying need, of work the men, of take the pay, of owning everything for one's own greed.
I am the farmer, bondsman to the soil. I am the worker, sold to the machine. I am the Negro, servant to you all. I am the people, humble, hungry, mean. Hungry, yet despite the dream. Beaten, yet today. O pioneers, I am the man who never got ahead. The poorest worker bartered through the years.
Yet I'm the one who dreamt our basic dream. In the old world, well, still a serf of kings, who dreamt a dream so brave, so strong, so true, that even now its mighty daring sings. In every brick and stone, in every furrow turned, that's made America the land it has become. Oh, I'm the man that sailed those early seas in search of what I meant to be my home. For I'm the one who left dark Ireland's shore and Poland's plain and England's grassy lea, and torn from black Africa's strand, I came to build a homeland for the free.
The free? Who said the free? Not me. Surely not me. The millions on relief today? The millions shot down when strike? The millions who have nothing to pay for all the dreams we've dreamed and all the hopes we've held and all the songs we have sung and all the songs we've hung, all the flags that we have hung, and the millions who have nothing for our pay except the dream that's almost dead today.
Oh, let America be America again, the land that never has been yet, and yet must be the land where every man is free, the land that's mine, the poor man's, Indians, Negroes, me, who made America, whose sweat and blood, whose faith and pain, whose hand at the foundry, whose plow in the rain, must bring back our mighty dream again. Sure, call me any ugly name you choose. The steel of freedom does not stain. From those who live like leeches on people's lives, we must take back our land again. America.
Oh yes, I say it plain. America never was America to me, and yet I swear this oath, America will be. Out of the rack and ruins of our gangster death, the rape and rot of graft and stealth and lies, we the people must redeem the land, the mines, the planet, the rivers, the mountains and the endless plain, all the stretch of these great green states, and make America again.
I get a little less and less worried every day. I have young men and women like that. So I want to thank you, Ashland and Southern Oregon University, for coming together and for doing such a wonderful program, wonderful work. Thank you. Before we introduce our next performer, we'd like to take a moment to thank our lead sponsor and planning chairs for the 2019 celebration, the Ashland Chamber of Commerce. Thank you, Kelsey France and Sandra Slattery, for your work on this event. Yes, please. I will have to say, and I'll go ahead and be honest with you all, there were concerns about this particular year. There were so many moving parts that were happening, but these two ladies stepped in and called us to action, and we came and produced a show, and it never felt like it wasn't going to happen, and I'm so thankful that you all made sure it wouldn't as well, that you're here and that you have created a program and a place, a nurturing place for us to come and continue on this dream. So thank you again to you for being here. We will just take a couple of events that are happening today, again, happening today in honor of Dr. King's commitments to creating stronger communities and equal access for everyone. The American Red Cross is sponsoring a blood drive at the Ashland MLK Lodge, located at 225 East Main Street, until 4 p.m. this afternoon. Tonight from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Temple Emet Salam, located at 1800 East Main Street. You have been invited to join the Ashland Interfaith Clergy Circle members and friends for the People's Supper. Interfaith leaders will host conversations around a shared non-meat soup supper using bread, cheese, fruit, or spreads for bread to add to the soup supper meal. Gluten-free and vegan options will be available. I have trouble getting the word vegan out of my mouth, I'm sorry. All right. I hadn't changed everything from Selma, I'm sorry. So, and then also on Thursday, January 24th, from 5 to 7 p.m., the SOU Black Student Union will be presenting a panel of untangling the roots of microaggression to further understand internalized oppression. This panel will be held in the SOU's Rogue River Room, located inside the Stevenson Union. Please join students and leaders at SOU for the panel. The panel will begin promptly at 5 p.m. Again, Thursday, January 24th. Please be a part. And finally, performing next, not finally, don't get too excited. We still got a couple more to go. Now, I know the way you've been fed today, you aren't going to complain about being a little bit loner than we said we were going to be now, are we? Are we? All right. I just want to make sure I'm clear about that. So, coming up then for our next performance is Brent Florendo and family. Brent will be coming with his family to perform an honor song. And when he's done, we'll put our the 2018 in memoriam piece that we always do will be in place, and we've shown right after that. As soon as that piece is done, we're inviting, not just inviting, but we're having come up for our next performer, Savannah and Brooklyn Williams, who will perform their rendition of A Million Dreams. Savannah and Brooklyn are daughters of Officer Malcolm Williams, who passed away last March while on duty as an Ashland police officer. He was the father of 3 children and was married to his loving wife, Anna. Officer Marcus will be remembered for his generous spirit and compassionate approach to policing. And so when we're done with our program, with the memoriam, those 2 ladies will come up and bless us with their performance. And so now, Brent Florendo and family.
Etiktikadu, and good afternoon. My name is Brandy Florendo, and I'm here to tell you that we're going to sing a flag song, which honors our Eagle staff and the teachings that have been passed down through generations for our people. And then we're going to sing an honor song. And this song is for all of the young men and women who have lost their lives unjustly and unfairly, and for our Indigenous women and our women of color who are also murdered and missing without any justice. So without further ado, this is my family, and we're Dancing Spirit. And if you are able, please rise.
Say a little prayer for you. The moment I wake up, before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you. And while I'm combing my hair now, and wondering what dress to wear now, I say a little prayer for you. Forever and forever, you'll stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. We never will part. Oh, how I love you together. That's how it must be to live without you. Would only mean heartbreak for me. I run for the bus stand, but while riding, I think of
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
There's a house we can build, every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day.
They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care, so call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
however big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, just say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see, I close my eyes to see. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head, a million dreams are keeping me, a million dreams, a million dreams. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
Please let us continue with Savannah and Brooklyn. Ladies, we appreciate you sharing that with us. And we also want to say how much we appreciate you sharing your father with us. So thank you. So we're coming to an end, getting to that point. I want to thank you all, the community yet again, for being here today. This event has been going on now for more than 30 years, and it made possible by your support and the local organizations who helped make the event all come together. We'd like to take a brief moment to thank our committee. You should see a list of them on the screen coming up soon. The event is planned months in advance and requires many key volunteers, organizations, and volunteer performers to make the celebration happen. Let's hear it for those amazing volunteers and the committee, and for those who volunteer every day. I will come back and say, please remember to, as you're leaving, if you haven't already done so, please purchase a t-shirt. Hope you see what they like and enjoy them. They're beautiful this year. And I certainly hope you feel free to grab one. They're only $12. This year's graphic designs were created and donated by committee member Amanda Denbeck. And so thank you again, Amanda, for all the hard work you do with t-shirts every year and the work you do. If you are inclined also, we also welcome donations, which go back directly to the cost of the event, but to anyone else. Volunteers will be around the afternoon after the show to collect donations. And please take any checks out due to the Ashland Chamber of Commerce, the fiscal agent or the lead sponsor of the event. Okay, I have to say it. I missed it every year, so I have to keep saying it. We don't mind the money that jingles. But if you just happen to find some money in your pocket that folds and you want to be helpful with us, we will not turn you down. So, one more before I give it to our last performer. Two more things, Ash, before I give it to the last performer. Can we hit the lights just real quick? Because I did not know he was here. One of our as soon as I said it, then I lost my name. I want to say Dr. John. Dr. John, do I know who I'm talking about, right? Nope, okay. I'm sorry. One of our, I'm sorry this getting off my head, but one of our keynote speakers just from a few years ago is actually here, and I didn't know he was here, and so I want to make sure I acknowledge him and that you were there to see. He's an actual 1961 Freedom Rider through the states. I want to make sure he stands. So Dr. I always felt touchdown. Where is he? Ah, there we go. You guys realize how much history we had in this place today? Just that living history. Do that again. That's what Dr. King was thinking about. It was the dream that he had. We are empowering that dream if we continue. If we do the words that our keynote speaker said, we will continue on empowering that dream, and it will never die. It will only grow stronger and stronger. We just can't stop. We just can't stop. So, directly following our next performer and conclusion of our program, we invite the community to march for justice to the plaza to listen to the Dr. King, I Have a Dream speech, which continues to reflect the values that guide our community and this event. Thank you to Ashland High School again and SOU's Black Student Union for leading the way. As soon as our last group comes up, our jazz band here from Ashland High School, we're going to listen to them play one song, and then they're going to continue playing for us as we meet out in front and march down to the plaza, being led again by the Ashland and SOU BSU. Well, Ashland, thank you so much again for being here, for all the work you do, for all of the energy you put forth, and for letting young people know that you got the back, for letting old folks know you got their back, for letting each other know we got each other's back. Thank you, and thank you for this year.
Room. Slate it.